What's up YouTube, Pilot83 here. In today's video we're going to go over a tutorial in DC Design's F4 Phantom 2. In this video I will be showing y'all how to work the AFCS to follow a flight plan that you either set up from within the plane or that you set up from the world map. I will also be showing you how to put in a flight plan in the INS system so you can do that manually to fly the plane from point A to point B from anywhere in the world. This will be a very simple tutorial. So to start it off, we will start it off with using the AFCS system, which stands for Automated Flight Control System. So let's go ahead real fast, jump to the world map, make a quick flight, and I'll show y'all that. Okay, so real quick here guys, we'll just put in a quick flight plan just so I can show you how you get this plane to follow it. So let's just say Miramar, and let's just say from Miramar to Catalina. Something very simple and easy. Alright, I'll see y'all guys in the cockpit. Alright guys, so here we are. We are now at the airport. We are at Miramar. Come over here, move your radar into map mode. When you move it into map mode, you're going to see our flight plan that we just made in the world map appear on the screen right here. That's what this line is. Alright, now you can use this for the scale of your radar, for the range. What you need to do is just come down here, move this into nav mode, boom, and once we're in the air we will be going over the AFCS control panel to get your plane to follow the flight plan. Alright, the second part of this video that we will be doing right after this is we are going to come back here and I will be showing you how to work the INS panel and how to put a flight plan in here so you can do it manually. Alright, but for now let's get back to the front. Let's take off and I'll show you how to get it to follow the flight plan. We already got one set of flaps down. We're at Miramar. I moved over one runway because I know that one runway to our right has the imaginary giant bump in it. 160 roll. Flaps up. Okay, so we see our flight plan is moving over there. We're going to go ahead and move closer to that direction. We're about to engage this. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to come down here. You're going to engage your AFCS, which is Automated Flight Control System. Alright, and then you're going to turn on these three, yaw, roll, and pitch. All three of these got to be on. Then I'm going to go ahead and lock my altitude. Now engage coupler. That's what's going to lock your AFCS to your flight plan. Once you hit that, you see it's take it over. We are now tracking our flight plan. It's going to intercept this line. Take a look at it. Take a look at it right now on our VFR. So you see what's happening right here as we're intercepting it. And boom, we are now tracking our flight plan. That easy. This plane will follow it all the way to your airport. That simple. Again, just remember, you gotta click this into nav, and after you do that, engage AFCS. You gotta have yaw, roll, and pitch on. All three of those gotta be on, and then hit the engage coupler. If you did not have a flight plan loaded, and you just hit these three on, then the plane is just going to hold what you're currently doing at that moment. Just a level plane, and it's just going to basically like a straight heading. It's just going to hold what you're doing at the moment. The pitch will let you all the plane. Okay, now let's jump back out. We're not going to go into how we type in the flight plan manually into the plane using the INS system. So let's go back to the world map. I'll show you a quick way of doing this. Let's now go over INS. That stands for Inertial Navigation System. It works by using coordinates of your position and from the coordinates of where you're going to. So you have position coordinates and target position. So point A to point B. This allows you to travel anywhere in the world, basically. So to get those lateral and longitudinal coordinates, you could either use Google Maps or you could get them from within the sim. The Concorde actually used to use INS navigating itself. So what you could do, you come over here. So let's just pick Jeremiah Dent, for example. And click right here by where we're going to take off. And when we do that, under our nav aid, you'll see where it has latitude and longitudinal coordinates. Okay, everything that's in north and east will be positive numbers. Everything that's in west and south will be negative numbers. So this being west, this is actually negative 880724.20. I will put this little reference right here on the screen from the DC Designs manual to help you if you have any questions. Now, latitude coordinates will always be between negative 90 starting and positive 90 starting. Longitude will always be between negative 180 starting or 18 or positive 180 starting. So if you have something like this, which I'll show you once we're in the plane, this is 88. To key this in, this plane, since we cannot do the first number other than anything than 1, we will make the first number a 0 and then start with 8 and then move on to 8 and continue down. All right. And just round the last number after the decimal. In this situation, it'd be just left as 2. This situation, it would just be rounded up to 5. And that's at least in the sim for our situation. So this is our position coordinates. So I'm gonna go ahead and jot these down, and then we're going to get our target coordinates. Now let's get our target coordinates. Now where we are going. Let's say we were going to St. Louis. All right, so this is going to take us to the area. So I'm just going to click over here. We got nav aid again. We have coordinates again. So we're going to jot down these coordinates as our target. So I'm going to go ahead and write these down. All right, I'm going to go back to Jeremiah Denton, and we're going to load in, and then I will show you how to make this work. All right, let's get to it. Keep in mind, I am not a INS expert, barely a novice, but I will teach y'all the best I can in the sim. So let's move this back to map mode. Now let's go to our back seater, to our navigator spot. This here is our INS control panel. You'll notice on the left we have these options for variation, wind from blank degrees at how many knots. The sim is not coded for INS, so this will not actually affect anything, so you don't have to worry about that. You're going to set this into standby mode as for when you put in your coordinates. Has to be in standby. Now we're going to key in our position coordinates in the first 2 and our target in the bottom 2. Now remember what I said about the longitude situation. So as you see right here, this is 0. And the reason that is because this cannot go higher than 1/8. So you'll see, boom, it blanks out. So like I showed you earlier, on my longitude, first two numbers are 8/8. So in that situation, you're going to leave that first number a 0 and start there. But here's the tricky part. So every 2 digits, you got to right click to move to the next 2 digits. When you have to start with a 0, you have to do this across 2 different sets of digits. It can be very finicky, a little bit of a pain in the butt, but that is how you do it. Now, something I have noticed, a little cheat sheet, if you will, is when you load in, it will give you your position coordinates. So like, I'm gonna mess around with all this. I'm gonna load back in and show you this. Load it back in, back to map mode, back to the back seat. And you see it has our position coordinates already in for us. So you don't have to even really worry about putting in your position coordinates because they're already there. So all I think you got to worry about is putting in your target coordinates. So let's go ahead and key those in. So the lateral of our target is 3.8, 4.5, 4.3.1. We'll leave that last decimal a 0. So 3.8454310. Longitude. So this is where things will get complicated because we can't start on 1, so we got to start on 0. And then we got to move it with the next set. We're going to start at, sorry, whoa. So we're going to, so we have 9-0 starting. So 9-0, and then we got to move this across. Be 9-0-2. 2 5-0 9-0-2-2-5-0-4. We'll round it. We're dropping the 2. So 9-0-2-2-5-0-4. Alright. So like I said, you want to key that in standby mode. I did not have it in standby mode, but I believe it's still going to work. As long as you're not in operations, I believe it's going to work. So once you have that keyed in, move this into OPR, to operation. Yes, it did. So boom, you just saw that flight plan just appear right there. So let's go back up here. And we see it right there on our screen from where we are to where we are headed. There is our line. Now if we pull up our VFR map here, we can also see this. Taking us to St. Louis. Right up here. So this, keep in mind, this is not exact to it, but it gets you right there within sight of where you are going. Okay. And then from there, same thing. Alright, let's go ahead and take off. Flaps up. Gauge that AFCS. Gauge that coupler. Gauge altitude. We are now again starting to track our plan. You see down here to my right where it says autopilot pitch trim on. That's what we want to see. And just like that, guys, you are on your way. I hope this video was helpful for y'all. Trying to learn what I can in this plane to teach y'all. I know there's some updates coming of some other cool features of it. Still going through it, so hopefully I'll have another video coming out soon to teach y'all some more things. Till next time, guys, I am Pilot 83. See y'all guys in my next video. Take care, everybody. If you made it this far, thank you so much. If you like this video and you feel like I earned your subscription, please hit that subscribe button and that like button so you don't miss out. Until next time, guys, see you in the air.